This is why your future spouse is coming to your door unexpectedly, my beloved soul. If these words have reached your eyes, it is not an accident. Something in you paused. Something in you leaned in. Something quiet and sacred inside you whispered, listen. You are not here by mistake. You are not hearing this message by coincidence. There is a reason your heart has been stretching toward hope again. There is a reason your spirit still believes in love, even after everything you have walked through. My beloved soul, don't rush past this. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Because hidden between these lines is a mirror for your journey and a gentle revelation about why your future spouse is coming to your door unexpectedly. Not to your screen. Not to your memories. To your door. A place of entry. A place of choice. A place you can open, or keep closed. My beloved soul, the first thing you must understand is this: your season of quiet preparation has been ending, softly, almost silently. There was no announcement. No moment where the sky changed color and told you, now you're ready. Instead, it was in the unnoticed moments, when you chose to walk away instead of arguing with someone determined to misunderstand you. When you silenced your phone and chose rest over endless scrolling. When you cried, then wiped your own tears and said, I'm not going back to what broke me. These were your turning points. These were your spiritual graduation ceremonies, even if no one clapped for you. My beloved soul, the universe, God, Source, Destiny, whatever word holds meaning in your heart, saw all of it. Every time you chose healing over reaction. Every time you chose to sit with your pain instead of covering it with noise. Every time you decided, I will not settle again. You thought nothing was changing. But everything was. My beloved soul, this is why your future spouse is coming to your door unexpectedly, because you are no longer chasing chaos. Because you are no longer begging to be chosen. Because you are no longer willing to lose yourself just to keep someone else. The door is a symbol. It carries meaning deeper than a simple knock. Your door represents your boundaries. Your self-respect. Your willingness to let love in without abandoning yourself. For a long time, your door was wide open to anyone. People walked in and out of your life without asking, without honoring, without staying. They left their shadows, their confusion, their unfinished healing scattered across your heart. But something changed. You closed that door. Not out of bitterness, but out of wisdom. Now, my beloved soul, your future spouse is not climbing through a window. They are not sneaking into your life through excuses or half-commitments. They are coming to the door because they are meant to meet you where you now stand, grounded. Clear. Worthy. My beloved soul, listen carefully. This arrival is unexpected because it does not follow the script you wrote in your head. You thought love would come only when you finally felt perfect. Your body looked exactly the way you wanted. Your finances were flawless. Your mind was never anxious again. You told yourself, I'll be ready for love when I fix everything about me. But love, healthy love, does not wait for you to become flawless. It meets you in your growth, not at the finish line. Your future spouse is coming to your door unexpectedly because readiness is not about having a perfect life. It is about having a willing heart. It is about having clear standards. It is about knowing what you will no longer tolerate. You are more ready than you realize. My beloved soul, you may already feel it. A subtle restlessness. A quiet sense that something is shifting. Not panic. Not chaos. Just movement. You might notice, certain people no longer feel aligned. Old conversations feel draining. Old desires feel small. It may look like you losing interest in what once fascinated you, or outgrowing dynamics you once fought to keep. This is not confusion. This is alignment. Your soul is making space. Space for new connection. Space for mutual effort. Space for someone who meets you with clarity instead of mixed signals. My beloved soul, when the soul feels what is coming before the mind does, it often shows up as restlessness. You may find yourself cleaning your room, reorganizing your life, making changes without fully knowing why. Beneath the surface, your spirit is preparing the ground for what is about to knock. Your future spouse is not coming to test you. They are coming to recognize you. My beloved soul, this is important. You have spent so much time asking, will they see me? Will they choose me? Will they understand me? But your future spouse is being guided, just as you are. Their soul has been tuned, little by little, to recognize your energy, your kindness, your resilience, your way of loving. They may not know your name yet. They may not know your story in detail. But something inside them will feel strangely at home when they stand before you. Their arrival at your door is not random. It is the meeting of two journeys that have been quietly aligning long before this moment. My beloved soul, there was a time when you thought love had to be loud to be real. Drama felt like proof. Jealousy felt like intensity. Tears felt like passion. You equated pain with depth. If it didn't hurt, it didn't feel important. But now you are learning a new language. Peace is not boredom. Stability is not lack of attraction. Consistency is not monotony. Healthy love is not performed in chaos. It is lived in honesty. This is why your future spouse is coming to your door quietly. No fireworks at first. No dramatic entrances to impress the world. Instead, their presence will feel grounded. You may even question, why does this feel so easy? Do not confuse ease with emptiness. Do not confuse calm with lack of chemistry. The loudest thing about this connection will be how safe you feel within it. My beloved soul, the door is sacred. In the past, you allowed people to cross its threshold without requiring respect. You let disordered energy enter your life and rearrange your peace. But this version of you is different. Now, your door requires intention, not impulse. Clarity, not confusion. Effort, not excuses. Your future spouse is coming unexpectedly because they are ready to meet the version of you who knows the value of that door. They are not arriving while you're begging for someone to stay. They are arriving after you learned you never have to beg to be loved. My beloved soul, there was a reason for the delays. You may have cried over timelines. You may have looked at other people's relationships and wondered, why not me? Why is everyone else moving forward while I feel stuck? But delays are not always denials. Sometimes they are divine protection. Sometimes they are preparation. You needed time to see red flags the first time, not the 10th. To love yourself enough to walk away at the first disrespect. To stop romanticizing inconsistency. You needed time to learn that attention is not the same as intention. Chemistry is not the same as compatibility. Words are not the same as actions. My beloved soul, if your future spouse had arrived in your life before you learned these lessons, you may not have recognized them. You might have overlooked their steadiness because your nervous system was still addicted to chaos. Now, you can see clearly. Now, you can tell the difference between someone who is curious about you and someone who is committed to you. This is why the timing feels strange but right. Your future spouse has been healing too. My beloved soul, do not imagine that you were the only one going through transformation. On another path, in another environment, perhaps another city or even another country, your future spouse also faced their shadows, confronted their patterns, let go of distractions that kept them from depth. They had to learn that casual interest could not replace meaningful commitment. That numbing their heart was not the same as protecting it. That they, too, deserve honest, peaceful love. Their journey was not always visible to you, but it was real. They, too, had lessons to learn before they could honor you properly. Your paths have been converging in ways you cannot see yet, through decisions, through endings, through awakenings at 2 a.m., where both of you whispered, I want something real. This is why, my beloved soul, when they finally stand at your door, it will not be to play games. It will be to walk with you. My beloved soul, this message is not here to promise you a fairy tale. It is here to remind you of your power, your growth, and your part in what love you allow into your life. Healthy love is not magic that erases all struggle. Healthy love is partnership that makes struggle easier to bear. You will still have hard days, mood swings, miscommunications. But you will not have silent treatments used as punishment, emotional manipulation used as control, the constant fear of being replaced or abandoned for no reason. Your future spouse is not coming to save you from yourself. They are coming to walk beside the person you have been becoming. This connection will flourish not because destiny did everything, but because both of you actively choose to show up for each other. My beloved soul, something huge is waiting for you, but it begins with small moments. You might imagine the day they come to your door as a cinematic scene, perfect outfit, perfect lighting, perfect words. But often, life changes on ordinary days. You may be wearing something simple, having a somewhat average day, thinking about your errands, not your destiny. And then, a knock, a message, a chance meeting that brings them literally or symbolically to your door. Do not underestimate simple beginnings. Grand love stories are often built on quiet first moments. What makes a moment big is not its appearance. It is what grows from it. My beloved soul, when this person enters your world, your nervous system will respond before your mind finds language. You may notice, you are not overthinking every message. You are not replaying every conversation wondering what you did wrong. You are not losing sleep trying to decode mixed signals. Instead, your body feels calmer, lighter, less on guard. This is not because you suddenly became naive. It is because your intuition recognizes a safer energy. After so long living in emotional survival mode, your system is learning it no longer has to brace for impact every time you care about someone. Your future spouse's presence will not erase your history, but it will create a new experience that gently rewires how you understand love. My beloved soul, do not be surprised if old fears try to rise when something real appears. You may think, what if this is too good to be true? What if they leave like the others? What if I am betrayed again? These thoughts are not proof that something is wrong. They are echoes of old pain. Healthy love will trigger old wounds simply because it offers something different. Your mind has been trained to expect hurt. When it senses safety, it may become suspicious. In those moments, remember, you can communicate instead of assuming. You can ask questions instead of spiraling. You can take your time instead of rushing. Your future spouse is not meant to fight your past, but to walk with you as you soothe it. They cannot heal you for you, but they can create space where healing feels less lonely. My beloved soul, this message is also a gentle reminder about responsibility. Love does not remove the need for self-awareness, accountability, personal growth. Your future spouse is not coming to complete you. You are already whole. They are coming to complement you, to add to the life you are already building, to support the dreams you are already nurturing, to stand beside the identity you are already learning to own. Do not abandon your routines, your friendships, or your purpose when they appear. Do not shrink your life to fit love inside it. The right person will not ask you to disappear so that they can shine. They will be proud of your light, even when it is bright. My beloved soul, the reason this arrival is at your door is because you have learned to value access to you. Not everyone is entitled to your time. Not everyone is entitled to your heart. You used to over-explain your worth to people determined not to see it. You stayed in places where you had to prove, again and again, that you were deserving of respect. Now, you know better. Your future spouse is coming into your life through a door that requires knocking, patience, respect. They are willing to approach you with clarity, speak their intentions openly, accept your boundaries without turning them into a problem. They are not coming to push their way in. They are coming to see whether the person you are now will choose to let them in. My beloved soul, something huge is waiting for you, but it is not just a partner. It is a new way of living. A new emotional climate. A new sense of home within yourself. This connection is part of that, but not all of it. As love grows, you will notice shifts in you. You will start speaking more kindly to yourself. You will feel less pressured to perform to be loved. You will trust your own feelings instead of constantly seeking external validation. Your future spouse will not be the reason for all your healing, but they will be a reflection of how far you have already come. They will come to your door at a moment when you finally understand, I do not need someone to fix me. I desire someone who respects me as I grow. My beloved soul, there is another reason this love comes unexpectedly. You stopped obsessing over when. You reached a breaking point where you released the constant search for signs. You got tired of tracking dates, predictions, and timelines that left you feeling more anxious than peaceful. You said, consciously or unconsciously, I trust that what is right for me will not miss me. I will focus on becoming, not chasing. That surrender was not defeat. It was alignment. When you stopped clinging in fear, your grip loosened enough for blessings to land. This is the paradox of love. It often appears when you are no longer trying to use it as an escape from yourself. Your future spouse is coming to your door unexpectedly because you no longer need them to fill an inner emptiness. You have been filling that from within. Now, love becomes a sharing, not a rescue. My beloved soul, you may worry, what if I miss them? What if I don't open the door when they come? Trust this. What is truly aligned for you will not require you to be perfect to receive it. You might be nervous. You might feel unsure. You might even make small mistakes in the beginning. Yet, healthy connection has room for humanity. It has space for awkward first conversations, nervous laughter, and gentle clarifications. Your future spouse will not be frightened away by your honesty. They will appreciate it. The door is not a single, 1-second moment where your entire destiny is decided. It is a process of opening over time. You open a little when you respond to a message. You open more when you share a story from your childhood. You open further when you express your fears and see that they still stay. This is what makes unexpected love slowly become stable love. My beloved soul, this message also honors truth and responsibility. It is not here to promise that every person watching or reading will meet a spouse on a specific date or in a specific way. Life is more mysterious and complex than a script. This message is an invitation to notice how far you've come, to honor the wisdom you've gained, to recognize what you are now ready to receive. Your future spouse's arrival at your door is as much about your choices as it is about fate. Every time you choose self-respect over begging for attention, healing over repeating cycles, truth over denial, you align yourself more closely with the kind of love that can stay. My beloved soul, take these words as encouragement, not as dependency. You are not powerless, waiting for destiny to drop someone at your door. You are a co-creator in the way you love, the way you allow love, and the way you protect your heart. My beloved soul, imagine the moment when the unexpected becomes consistent. At first, it feels surprising. They show up when they say they will. They remember small details you casually shared. They check on you not only on your best days but on the ones where you're quiet. Over time, surprise becomes normal. And you may realize how uncommon your past experiences of love actually were. There will be evenings where you look at them and think, I used to think this kind of peace didn't exist. Not because they are flawless, but because you are learning that real love is built on steady effort, mutual care, honest communication. The huge thing waiting for you is not a fantasy relationship with no disagreements. It is a partnership where both of you are willing to repair what breaks instead of pretending nothing ever will. My beloved soul, you have learned so much about what you do not want. You know how it feels to be chosen only when convenient. Be kept as a backup option. Be loved in private but denied in public. That pain was not wasted. It carved into you a deep commitment to never again accept half-love. Now, your energy is different. You no longer glow with desperation. You glow with discernment. And discernment is deeply magnetic to someone who is also serious about love. Your future spouse is not simply attracted to your appearance, your voice, or your presence. They are drawn to the way you move through life now. The way you set boundaries. The way you honor your word. The way you remain kind without allowing yourself to be used. They feel safe approaching your door because they sense that you will not play with their heart either. My beloved soul, this love will not demand that you forget your past, but it will invite you to release its grip. There may be moments when old memories surface, a phrase someone once used to manipulate you. A situation that made you doubt your worth. A goodbye that left you shattered. In those moments, notice how different things are now. Instead of sitting alone with spiraling thoughts, you will have someone willing to say, "Tell me what you're feeling. I want to understand." Instead of hiding your triggers in shame, you will be encouraged to name them, so they lose their power. Your future spouse cannot erase what happened before them, but they can help build new experiences that gently rewrite the story your heart tells itself. This is why your preparation mattered. You are not entering this connection as a wounded child looking for a parent. You are entering as a healing adult capable of partnership. My beloved soul, do not idolize this person, no matter how kind or aligned they seem. They are human. You are human. There will be days when they misunderstand you. You misunderstand them. Both of you say the wrong thing. This does not mean you are doomed. It means you are real. Healthy love is not the absence of conflict. It is the presence of respect within conflict. Your future spouse's ability to remain kind even when upset, to apologize when wrong, and to listen when you speak, that is what will set this connection apart from the ones that failed you. And your ability to do the same will make you a safe place for them too. My beloved soul, something huge is waiting for you, the realization that you are no longer living on emotional crumbs. You are stepping into a chapter where your needs are not treated as burdens. Your feelings are not dismissed as too much. Your dreams are not mocked or minimized. This person will not fix your entire life, but they will make your life feel less like a battle you are fighting alone. That is no small thing. This is the quiet miracle of companionship. Every joy is doubled. Every heaviness is shared. Every day feels a little more meaningful because you are no longer carrying everything in silence. My beloved soul, remember this when the knock comes, whether literal or symbolic, stay present. Do not rush to label it forever on the first day. Do not rush to sabotage it because it scares you to imagine it might actually work. Let actions unfold over time. Let trust grow slowly. Listen to their consistency, their integrity, their responses when you say no or express a boundary. The door opening is not just about letting them in. It is about letting your true self step forward too. Your future spouse is not meant to fall in love with a version of you that is always agreeable, always available, always self-sacrificing. They are meant to love the real you, soft and strong, gentle and clear, loving and self-respecting. My beloved soul, this space, this message, is shared with care. It does not ask you to wait passively. It does not tell you to ignore reality or red flags because destiny will fix everything. Instead, it invites you to honor your healing. Trust your inner wisdom. Believe that healthy love is possible without turning it into a fantasy. Take what resonates as encouragement for your path. Release what does not. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not cursed in love. You are learning. You are aligning. You are becoming someone who can give and receive love in much healthier, truer ways. My beloved soul, the day will come when you look back and understand why it had to happen this way. You will see why certain doors closed. Why specific people never returned. Why some prayers seemed to go unanswered for so long. You will realize that, if those things had stayed, there would have been no room for what is entering now. This realization will not make the past less painful, but it will make it more meaningful. It will remind you that nothing was wasted. Every tear watered the soil your new chapter is growing from. Your future spouse coming to your door unexpectedly is not a random line in your story. It is a turning page, the beginning of a chapter that your soul has been walking toward in small, courageous steps for a long time. My beloved soul, don't skip this final understanding. You are allowed to experience love that does not require you to suffer first. Does not demand you prove your worth over and over. Does not confuse you into thinking that pain is the price of affection. You are allowed to feel hopeful again. Feel safe in someone's presence. Feel chosen without competition. You are allowed to open the door without losing yourself. Your heart is not foolish for still believing. Your softness is not a weakness. It is a strength that survived everything that tried to harden it. My beloved soul, something huge is waiting for you. Not just at your doorstep, but within you. A life where love is no longer a battlefield but a sanctuary. A chapter where you walk side by side with someone who sees you, respects you, and chooses you in the light of day. When the knock comes, whether tomorrow, months from now, or in a moment you cannot yet imagine, remember who you have become. Remember what you have learned. Remember that you are not being saved, you are being met. My beloved soul, don't skip. Stay with yourself. Stay present. Stay honest. The door is ready. You are ready. And as your story continues to unfold, may you never again forget this simple, sacred truth: you were never unworthy. You are being prepared.